Hello everyone, this is the DJI Mini 4 Pro. I bought it in October. I had the Mini 3 Pro before that, and then I switched over to this for a few reasons. So I have it for almost a year, let's say 9 months. And the question is this drone worth it? Is the upgrade worth it? Back in the day I thought, that's amazing, I want this, I'm gonna use this. It's amazing for how I use a drone. So I bought this drone for 3 reasons. Number one, newer version. I thought better camera, better filming, better quality, everything better because it's a new generation. Number two, the sensors. The Mini 3 only had sensors to the front and down, but not on the side and not on the rear. And this one has 2 sensors now that cover the rear and the side. So it should be better that you don't crash it. And the third one that comes with the sensor is waypoints and cruise control. So this drone, you can go up in the air, fly, and then you can press a button on the controller and it will just go on the same way that you just did. With the whole optical avoidance, so it's not going to crash into something, but it's just going to go on. And for me as a content creator who films 99% by myself, I can do stuff, it films stuff, I don't know, I can drive, I can see myself going into the car or something, and the drone flies over. For cruise control and waypoints, the same thing. I can do in the app. I have the normal controller that comes with the good one. I have the good controller that you need. With the controller is also a bit upgraded, and I thought that's better. And waypoints are the thing where you can say, okay, you start here, then you move there, and then move there, and then you move there, and you can even say at the end, do a point of interest, so fly around something, a car, me or something, and you can set the speed that it goes from this to this, what height is it, how is the gimbal, you can control all of this with waypoints, so it flies almost, not perfectly, the same route, and then you don't have to look at the drone and control it where it's going. You can do something. I don't know, like I said, I can go into a car and drive on while it's doing its flying thing, and it looks more natural than me trying to film something and the drone is either just stationary or I'm stationary. That's how it is right now. And when it comes to follow, so I have a car. I'm in the car driving a car, and the drone follows me while I'm driving. That was possible with the Mini 3 before as well. But here I also have side sensors, so it doesn't crash into a side. Where before I was a bit nervous if I'm driving that there is nothing. And I was a bit worried. So the thing is, are the things why I bought it true? So is it a better a drone than the Mini 3? Was it worth it to buy it? And to be honest, I don't think so. For a few reasons. I like the side sensors, don't get me wrong. I like it, but I'm a very careful flyer. I check if there is anything around. I'm not just flying, and I'm not flying close to something. I'm really very cautious. I don't want to risk anything. So even with the Mini 3, I crashed once, and it was a branch, and it just fell from 1.5 meters down, and one propeller was broken, and I switched it out, done. And it was one time in 2 years or so. So I'm very careful. I look at obstacles all the time. I'm not a risk taker. So the obstacle avoidance is great, but it's not important to me. So not that important to me. Let's say it like this. That it films me when I'm driving, the same with the Mini 3. So that nothing has changed. The cruise control and the waypoints, it sounds amazing, but I haven't used it once. Not once. In the 9 months that I have the drone, I haven't done waypoints once. I've watched, I'm sure, 10, 20 videos how to do it and what you can do, and it looks amazing. The thing is, it takes some time to do that. And usually when I'm out filming, I'm okay, when I get the shot, film around, is this worth it? And most of the time I don't want to spend 20 minutes to even set up a nice to think about where do I want to fly, what do I want to see. And I'm also not in nice locations. I'm not on a beach, up on a hill somewhere, cliffs, and I think, oh, I want the drone to fly around and then come to me. That would be so cool. I don't do that. I'm here in the Bavarian forest and the trees, so you can't see me anyways till you're close. So I haven't done waypoints. It takes a while. You have to think about the flight. You have to say, go from here. You have to test it. How does it look like? What does it look like? And then do whatever with it. It's very artsy and it's awesome when you're alone. But I haven't done it yet. The same with cruise control, for the same reason. Even cruise control that you don't need to set up. You just fly and then press cruise control and it goes on. And then when it comes to a point where it can't go on because there's a tree or something, it will stop. But I'm nervous about that. Do I want it? And so far I haven't needed it, that it just flies over while I do something else and I'm not in control. And so I haven't used it yet. And there's one downside to this Mini 4 in relation to the Mini 3. So I'm not using D-Log in all of my cameras. I don't use any log footage and then put it in my video editing and then put stuff on it a lot, and then it looks different. I like how it comes out of the cameras. It's so much work. It's for me even the opposite. I've tried D-Log on the Mini 4 and then put even the DJI Rec 709 LUT on it, that it should look like it looked before, but it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look good. It looks better out of the camera as it does from when I do that. And so I don't need I don't see the point for me doing this if I get less good looking footage. And I'm not an artsy filmer. For me it's information and content. So if the sky is a bit too bright in one shot, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm not artsy, I'm not cinematic. And I have seen that the Mini 4 footage, what comes out of the camera just like it is a bit too high contrast. So a lot of times the Mini 3 looked a bit better, in my opinion. They've changed the high contrast a lot of times when I film with this. When it's very bright outside, it's fine. When it's a bit rainy like now, some of the time I have to put the contrast down so it's not too dark in the dark areas. So what came out of the drone or the camera, I liked in the Mini 3 better than in the Mini 4. The controller, by the way, so the antennas are in here and I have to do this. It has higher, it can go a longer distance, but I never do it. So the drone is never further away from me than 300-400 meters. Like I said, I'm a wimp. It's just not a cheap thing. I don't want to lose it and don't want to risk anything. It's not worth it for me. I'm not Casey Neistat, it's all for the shot. If you lose the drone, who cares? I'm the exact opposite. Screw the shot. I want my drone back. It costs a lot of money, as long as I can get a good shot out of it. And the controller is fine. I don't see any improvement. I think it's a bit brighter, the screen. I didn't have any issues with the Mini 3 controller. You need this one. You need the one with the real screen. Never get the one with the phone. That's just stupid. It makes everything harder to do. This is nice brightness. You don't need an extra app, a phone or anything. Everything is in here. You pack it out and done. And as you have seen, I have this the Mini 3 case here that I modified so the Mini 4 can fit, and it's fine. Just put 2 holes in here for the legs, and then the controller is a bit bigger. It fits in here. Everything is in here. I never have to fold the drone. I just take it out, turn it on, and can fly. And the turning on takes a while. So turning on till the app is working, especially here, until it connects. It has a fan now that turns on in the beginning. It just takes a minute till you can start flying, but that's better than putting the screws, the thumb screws in here so you can control it and unfold it. This, I don't have to do that. Just out, turn both on, go do something else, come back, and then everything is on and I can start flying. That's way better. It's still not on. Now we're on. And now it has connection. It still has to find GPS. That also takes another 20 seconds or so. And in here it won't find it at all. That's just how it is. But it's fine. The app got, I don't know any special updates in here that are important to me. You can now see the cameras that do the optical avoidance. You can see that in here, what they see. I don't need that. That's not, so there's not improvement to me. So if you are in the market for a Mini 3 and you don't need the waypoints like I thought I would need them, or the cruise control, or the avoidance to the side, then the Mini 4 is not worth it. It's not. I wanted the newest thing, and with the more sensors, maybe more is coming, and at some point I want to try out the waypoints, but I haven't done it yet. That's me, huh? But it's still a great drone, don't get me wrong. I have had to get a new ND filter. The ND filter that was on the adjustable variable ND filter that was on the Mini 3 was better. For the Mini 4, there are not too many and not the ones that I need. So this one goes from stop of 6 to 9, and at 6 it's a tiny bit too dark sometimes. In the Mini 3 I had one that went from 2 to 8 or so, and that was perfect. I can, at any weather, I just needed one. Here sometimes I need the other ND filter. It was a set, one from 2 to 5 and this from 6 to 9. So this is for very dark, when it's very bright outside, and then if it's not as bright I can use the other one. So sometimes I have to switch, which is annoying, and usually I don't. I put this at the lowest settings and then the ISO a bit up. It's fine because I'm too lazy. It is not doing with lazy, is I want to get the shot, I want to go on. That's what this is all about. Let's do this, let's film. I don't want to set up for an hour. That's important to me. That's my thing. I want to film now. Let's go. So yes, for me, Mini 4, great drone. The update is not as big for me as I thought it would be. Like I said, at some point I will try the waypoints and maybe I just film this for the Behind the Battery channel here. But I don't know yet. Maybe you want to check out my normal channel Battery Life, where I test electric cars, and the German channel Battery Life DE. And maybe you want to follow me on Instagram, Battery Life 1. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.